It is mailbag time here on the Dallas Cowboys Report. All the questions that you see coming in, part of our live show, so make sure you guys are subscribed. From Matt LV 2002, should we be worried, given Kelvin Joseph's past history of maturity issues, that his extended absence due to an August groin injury may suggest he lacks passion for playing football? I understand the concerns about Kelvin Joseph's past. I get that. It's not the rap issue. It's the fact that he basically left LSU under weird circumstances and was told to leave by his coaching staff at Kentucky. Those are red flags. I don't know if it's really that, he's not working hard to come back. I find that tough to believe as a rookie. Or if it's just that the Cowboys are being cautious because he probably wouldn't be starting right now anyway. Anthony Brown has been better since week 1. I don't think the Cowboys wanted to rush anybody back from injury. So I understand the back of the mind concern. In hindsight, we might know more about that once we get more information on it. But for now, I acknowledge it. I say the Cowboys just being cautious at that spot. From Jace, Kellen Moore head coach, Terrence Steele for tackle, Tom for Chat Sports MVP. I got a new cat. Congrats, Jace. Can we bully Mitch today just a little? Mitch has had a long day as our Raiders report host here. We'll spend plenty of time as the season moves on early in the offseason about Kellen Moore as head coach. Terrence Steele, I still think La'el Collins ends up being the starter once he's back. From Will Marshall, did you see Diggs go to the Giants hall and tell him to stop throwing at him? Alpha dog move right there. If Kelvin is even half as good, wow. I mean, if Kelvin was like a quarter of as good, he's a clear-cut starting caliber corner based on this point of the season. I don't want to put expectations that high on Kelvin Joseph, but I mean, I get it. Diggs has played all out of his mind so far this year. Diggs very much is an alpha. I think Micah Parsons is an alpha as well. All of those things are good things for the Dallas Cowboys. I think that's helped kind of change the attitude, the mindset of the Cowboys defense. From Kevin Smith, it's time to start Connor McGovern at center. This is a very good question, and it's a tricky situation, I suppose, for the Cowboys overall. The offense is playing great with Tyler Biadasz at center, but they have been giving McGovern center reps in practice. That makes sense, something that I thought should have been done in the preseason, in the offseason. He's played center at Penn. I think some questions internally about can he handle that much in terms of throwing at him, center, left guard. That's a lot for a player to handle. I don't know if McGovern is there yet as a starting center option. That's a bit of a red flag for me in terms of if he's there. But Tyler Biadasz, despite the offense having success, he's not been great. And it was very weird to me. The Cowboys entered this season just giving Biadasz the job. There was no competition. And then we got to work other guys in there. They worked out Connor Williams, etc. All those things have raised some red flags for the handling of this situation. I want to keep a particular eye on, unless Biadasz plays better this week. How does the bye week go? Does McGovern get a chance at that point? We'll see. So this is today's pinned comment on this mailbag. I want you guys to pick a center. Who do you want in there at the center position? Type CM for Connor McGovern. Type TB for Tyler Biadasz. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's video. So we get the ad break here on YouTube. Scroll on down and get your votes in. Type CM for Connor McGovern. TB for Tyler Biadasz. The Jeremy Chugs' super chat. Wow, imagine Jeremy putting in money, giving it to me. Thanks for letting me for paying rent, Chugs. Thoughts on the Dan Snyder emails to come? Will you release your emails? I barely use my email, but yeah, you guys can have them. There's nothing bad in there, folks. I'm not an idiot or a bad person. As for the Dan Snyder emails, I wonder if we'll ever get them. Because remember who runs the NFL? It's the owners. The whole process here out of Washington, it's not good, and I wonder if it will ever come down to, which it probably should, maybe Dan Snyder shouldn't be the owner anymore of the football team. All right, next up here from Stephen McLean. I got the boys going 13-4, losses to KC, Arizona, and Room for a fluke loss somewhere in between. What about you? I think that actually sounds right-ish at this stage in the season. Maybe it ends up being 12 wins. You might know more back of the season, like if the Cowboys lose a few games. That late in the game schedule against Arizona is impactful because that might have massive implications for seeding. Cowboys might be playing for more than I thought they were going to be down the stretch this season. Now, folks, today's show, if you want to make some money beyond just giving me your money on Super Chats, I'm helping you guys out. Head over to BetUS, chatsports.com/bet. Use the promo code you see on screen, Cowboys125. It'll get you a 125% deposit bonus. You can either follow my bets or go on your own. My worst week of the year. I won my Lions bet, my Cowboys bet, easy money. Lost by a half point against the Packers-Bengals game, a full point against Niners-Cardinals, and the Patriots killed me against Houston. I'm still number one, though, in the Chat Sports office. Yay me, shout out me. And for a limited time only, in addition to the 125% deposit bonus, you will also get the jersey deal. CeeDee Lamb or Zeke Elliott, both of them available. You do have to put down $100 to get the 125% deposit bonus. We will ask for a screenshot of your first bet, your account number, and of course, what jersey and size you want. Email us, jersey@chatsports.com, if you want in on the jersey deal. So again, to recap the deal, folks, chatsports.com/bet, promo code Cowboys125, sign up and deposit at least $100. That will get you the 125% deposit bonus. And then email us, first bet, screenshot, account number, jersey pick between Zeke and Lamb, jersey@chatsports.com. We'll get you guys hooked up. From Mr. Payne, 522, to be honest, I like Micahel Gallup. Rather than leave for a third-round comp pick and then re-sign Cedric Wilson for the cheap, what about you, Tom? I don't know how cheap Wilson would end up being. The way I approach it is you might be in a spot where it's, let's say, Cedric Wilson and, Dalton Schultz versus just Gallup. I don't think you get a third-round comp pick. I don't think he gets that level of deal, but it could be a fourth-round comp pick. So that is the decision the Cowboys have to make as they get to the offseason. Honestly, you don't have to make your call now. You've got months. Let's wait and see how everyone ends up playing. Alejandro, what injury was Trevon Diggs dealing with during the Giants game? Was it serious moving forward? I think was it an ankle? I think he twisted minorly. His back had flared up last week. He's fine. Diggs was out there in the entirety of the game until it was over. Nothing to be worried about with Trevon Diggs injury-wise, folks. Shout out now to Michael Stauffer, however you want to pronounce it. Just $1 super chat. Thank you so much, Michael. Very kind of you. Then from Kyle Gustin. Scared I would miss this. Just got out of a meeting. It's all good, Kyle. We're here, my man. I still like Deshaun over Bossman. Granted, what great spelling. Anthony playing a lot better than he has. See any surprise trades? We will monitor the trade market as things move along. Possible. In general, trades don't happen that much in the NFL. Nashawn Wright has not played very much. His lone snap, I think it was his lone snap, was actually a penalty, which is not good if you are Nashawn Wright, but it's early. I think it's noteworthy that Dan Quinn, who liked Nashawn Wright quite a bit, has not played him yet this year. From Chris Kent, when exactly will Gallup and Kelvin Joseph return? Good questions here. I think most likely after the bye. When Micahel Gallup first went down with his injury, my thought was, I know that 3 to 6 week window means there's a chance he's back before the bye. With the way the Cowboys have played, don't rush him back. Sit him out through the bye, then I think he will end up coming back. Kelvin Joseph, meanwhile, I did think he'd be back sooner. That has not been the case at this point, which is a bit of a disappointment as far as I'm concerned. McCarthy said that he's getting closer. Maybe he's activated from IR this week to practice. I think either during the bye or after the bye makes the most sense. The Cowboys have one free roster spot right now. That is it. So they're probably trying to play it safe and slow play it here. At some point, he'll return, hopefully sooner than later, but the Cowboys are in no rush right now. I want you now to pick a cornerback too. Is it Kelvin Joseph? I guess you can write in Deshaun Wright too if you want. Or are you like me, you say, stick with Anthony Brown for now in the short term. AB for Anthony Brown, KJ for Kelvin Joseph. From Marika Gray, do you think the current power rankings are correct with Green Bay and LA above us? First off, I only follow the Chat Sports power rankings, which do not have the Packers and Chargers above the Cowboys. So yes, the current Chat Sports power rankings are indeed correct. From Andres here, we'll get to the Super Chats in a minute as well. Which jersey to buy, Gregory or Leighton Vander Esch? I would feel a lot better about Gregory returning than I would Leighton Vander Esch at this point. That's just my mindset. All right, from Matt J. I know it's early, but at this point, what's the biggest draft need? Who resigns? You've got major free agents at receiver, tight end, left guard, the defensive line, safety. Does Kelvin Joseph play well? You might be looking for a new corner, so it's way too early. I think from just a need perspective, factoring in free agents, 3 of your top 4 safeties are free agents. All 3 guys playing right now are free agents. Wilson's hurt, so he's not playing, so I think safety still makes a lot of sense. For my burner account, so glad we didn't trade for Jamal Adams. I mean, we were on agreement that we did not want the Cowboys to give up, 2 firsts for him. Adams is a fine player. Seattle's putting him as a defense. What are they doing? That is a coaching issue in part. He's not being... Blitz boy worked. Let him blitz. It's a very weird situation so far for Adams. Frankly, his usage and Micah Parsons' usage would probably be fairly similar if the Cowboys actually had him. From Fat Sushi Man, how do you feel about the Dallas overs Chiefs D? Great. The Chiefs defense is bottom 5 at best in the NFL, and the Cowboys offense is top 5 at worst in the NFL. Like the Chiefs this year remind me an awful lot of the Cowboys last year. The offense is great, the defense is not though. So I feel good about the Cowboys offense right now. So what is your confidence level, folks, in the Cowboys beating the Patriots this week? We'll see what Bill Belichick dials up on defense. Davis Mills cooked him a few times. That was a bit of a surprise. Get your votes in. Rate this for me on a scale of 1 to 100. 100%. 100 means it's a lock, guaranteed they're going to win. 1 being they're not going to win. It's probably closer to 100, but get your votes in right now in the comments. If you guys want to be a part of these live mailbags, make sure you are subscribed. That way, you don't miss out on anything here on the Dallas Cowboys Report. Daily videos, sometimes multiple times a day. Don't miss out. Subscribe for free right now. From Michael, he mentioned Igor Olshansky. I think this was in reference to the Cowboys legend. That is a great one. What a blast from the past there. The defensive lineman, I believe in the Bill Parcells era. From Timmy Reynolds, Trevor has more catches, yards, and touchdowns than Micahel Gallup through 5, or you mean Trevon. Who would have thought? Yeah, look, it's because Gallup's played 1 game, but it's true. Diggs does have more catches, more yards, and touchdowns, even playing defense for the Dallas Cowboys, which is pretty crazy from that perspective. Not something anyone would have thought. If you had told anybody that, the answer would have been, oh, he was hurt, which ended up, I guess, being true for Micahel Gallup. From Eddie Joe, do you know if Kelvin is spending his time while he's out studying film, working on his music? Look, I will not assume anything with Kelvin Joseph, but I'm going to assume that he's working on getting healthy and studying film. I take him at his word when he said the music is secondary. That's not his priority right now. Look, I am fine with players having hobbies. That is okay. They are people, after all. No one works 18 hours a day. That's not how people operate. But I choose to believe that he's going about his business the right way, and I have no reason to suspect otherwise. From Saul, who would rather have, Micah Parsons or one of the top cornerbacks? Yes? There's really no wrong answer. This reminds me of this Micah Parsons, Patrick Cannon, Rashawn Slater debate. It's kind of the Tyron Smith, J.J. Watt debate. All the players look great. In the end, looks like the Cowboys had no wrong answers. Stephen McLean, what will Diggs' ceiling look like? I mean, we're seeing it. 6 interceptions in 5 games, unsustainable. It's off the charts good for a 5-game stretch. Diggs' ceiling is what you're seeing right now, except for, maybe the Cowboys have a little bit more success in terms of not throwing, or teams don't throw him as much, and the yards end up going down.